Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content today is going to make you audibly say what in the actual F is going on. Because the media, as in Politico and the New York Times, is saying that Hunter Biden is going to be the savior and poster boy for the 2A in order to get him out of trouble. You cannot make this up, and truth is truly stranger than fiction. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I am looking forward to reading your comments right down there. Now make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We have some freedom to spread, and we'd love to have you join us in that quest. But, my brothers and sisters, we have got to talk about this because this is insane. What is happening? I really hope that you guys check out Second Legacy with me and Tim, where we break this down. The sarcasm is on point and delivered with a classy manner, but that's another thing. It's linked down there if you want to find it out. But let's dive into this. Enough of the setup. Let's see, how is Hunter Biden going to be the savior of the 2A? That's from Politico. Could Hunter Biden be the next poster child for Second Amendment rights? Excuse me? The president's son is under investigation for potentially breaking the law banning drug users from owning guns, but the law's constitutionality faces growing challenges. Sounds a little off. It's not really a question, was he doing drugs and is he above the law? But listen to this. Hunter Biden could soon find himself in a surprising position, at the cutting edge of the fight to strengthen the Second Amendment. The president's son is the target of a Justice Department investigation scrutinizing his purchase of a gun in 2018, a time when he said he was regularly using crack cocaine. Federal law bans drug users from owning guns. Well, the whole irony, it's not lost on us. We've known that. But for the media to frame it in this perspective, wait till I get to the New York Times. But the constitutionality of that law, like many other provisions restricting gun ownership, is newly in question after a precedent-rocking decision the Supreme Court handed down almost a year ago. Do you see where this is going? The Hunter Biden lawyers are going to use the Bruin decision to get him off the hook because there's no historical precedent to say drug users can't have guns. The same Bruin decision his father, the president, came out and blasted as nonsense, was completely outside the realm of possibility. I know. Again, comments. Looking forward to it. Let's continue because there's another thing from the Politico. Listen to what his lawyers told. Let me get to it. His lawyers have already told Justice Department officials that if their client is charged with the gun crime, they will challenge the law under the Second Amendment, according to a person familiar with the private discussions granted anonymity because they are not authorized to speak publicly. That could turn a case that is already fraught with political consequences into a high-profile showdown over the right to bear arms. Do you see where this is going? Rules for thee, but not for me. Hunter Biden is going to use the Bruin decision and his lawyers to undermine the charges and then set a big political case around drug users and the 4473s. What? Okay, now let's get to the New York Times, because if the hypocrisy wasn't enough, and like I said, if you're into dripping sarcasm, you should check out the Second Legacy video that me and Tim filmed today about this exact same topic. You will love it. Anyway, here's New York Times. Hunter Biden's lawyers cite landmark gun ruling in bid to stave off charges. Hunter Biden's legal team is invoking a Supreme Court decision his father has denounced as an affront to common sense and the Constitution. You see what's happening here? You're evil. You can't have your gun rights. We're going to infringe them across the board, but my son can utilize the exact same Supreme Court decision that I hate. But you know what? We need to get him off. What the actual F? Let's continue in the Times little puff piece about this because it's so full of understanding. To Hunter Biden's father, the Supreme Court decision that last June that expanded Second Amendment rights is a travesty for gun control. But to Hunter Biden's lawyers, it has been an opening. You cannot make this stuff up. Mr. Biden, this is the younger one, is under investigation for several potential offenses, including whether he had lied on a federal firearms application in 2018 when he was asked if he was addicted to drugs. His lawyers, including the white-collar defense lawyer Christopher Clark, have argued that any charge against him would likely be thrown out after a federal appeals court rule on two major challenges that cite the Supreme Court decision as precedent. this next part, the next part I'm about to read you, is going to blow your mind. But again, this is what they deal. This is how they operate. Rules for thee, not for me. You can't have your Second Amendment rights. The Bruin decision is a terrible decision. It's horrible. It's fraught with errors, except when I utilize it to get my son off the hook for his crimes. Here comes the payoff. Listen to this, again, from the New York Times. This is what they actually said. One case that the Hunter Biden team has cited is a challenge to the criteria used in the federal firearm background check system, which relies on a ubiquitous application known as the 4473 form. The ubiquitous form 4473 that they're talking about and trying to downplay is responsible for the background checks on every single gun purchase through the United States from an FFL dealer. So all the talking points that the gun controllers use and Biden uses around common sense and universal background check system, yeah, that's the 4473, that ubiquitous form. You can't make this up. If you tried to make this up, no one would believe it. This is actually happening. Everything is linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this because I'm so excited. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.